Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, my name is SarahElizabeth, and in today's video we are going to be getting a lot of cleaning done, some deep cleaning. We are doing the whole first floor. It was my intention to do a whole house clean, but I really just wanted to get a bit of cleaning done with each day this past week. So I really, I did what I could with the time that I had. That's usually my motto, whatever I can get cleaned in that time frame. So I focused on one room at a time when I could. So definitely getting everything spring/summer ready. So if this is going to give you that motivation and you enjoy this video, consider giving a thumbs up or subscribing. So first and foremost, I hope everybody's doing really well and enjoying the springtime weather. I cannot believe how quickly March has come and gone. We are in the last week of March as I am recording the voiceovers. Just totally insane. I've actually swapped out some of my curtains and things like that. You'll see that in the video. But we've had some really nice weather, so I'm getting what I can get done. But let me know how you're doing down below. Are you guys enjoying the weather? How are you mentally? How are things treating you? Just interested to know. I do care about you guys out there, and I'm just sending positive vibes your way. So as always, I am starting off in the kitchen, giving the sink a good scrub. I'm also boiling some of the bottles. You guys probably saw that for my son. I haven't done that in a hot minute, so I wanted to boil that through. He's been really sick, so whatever I can do to get rid of the germs at this point or make them a little less likely to appear, I'm going to do that. But definitely when I am deep cleaning my kitchen or getting it ready for spring, I have to give the sink a good scrub. I do this anyways, but same for the stove. I still don't have the easy off. I know I've said that a few times now, but it is on my list to purchase, and that is something I'm going to do in April. On this particular day when I did my kitchen clean, I was actually homesick with my son. And when I say homesick, meaning he got, pulled from daycare because he had a fever. So while he was napping, I was doing a big disinfection and cleaning of the kitchen just because I had some time to do that. But I mean, it's really tough when you have a sick toddler at home. This is the season where allergies are starting to kind of spread and things like that. And thankfully, he only had the fever for about a day and a half. I got him in for a sick visit, which is extremely rare for his pediatrician, just because they're always booked, especially with COVID and stuff like that. But what I will say, thankfully, it was not another ear infection. My close family and friends know my poor son in his first year suffered about 7 ear infections, which prompted us to put in the tubes back in September of 2021, and he still had a few reoccurring, but thankfully it's been a lot less. So I don't know if this is from teething, whatever sparked that fever. So I've really been enjoying the Wayman cleaner, doing the countertops, the backsplashes. I'm also taking the Clorox wipes and just giving the handles on everything in the kitchen a good wipe down, a good scrub. My son is constantly touching them. Sometimes I'm touching it with dirty hands if I'm cooking, or my husband. So you really don't realize sometimes how much stuff gets baked on there, caked on I should say, but definitely I needed to give that a good scrub. So I did that in hopes of disinfecting, and I also used the Lysol wipes on the microwave. And a good hack for those of you who are just wondering, if you have a lemon, you can always half it and put it in a bowl of water in your microwave, run it for like a minute or two, let it sit for a few minutes to cool down, then go ahead and wipe it inside. It's a great way to disinfect. Or you can take some vinegar, or if you're comfortable You can also take the Lysol wipes like I usually do. I just found these great hacks through other YouTube videos and then TikTok Clean or Talk Clean, whatever the heck it is. I've seen a few things on there that people have shared, so I'm always looking for new ways to clean. So just figured I'd share that with you guys. So as always, I am cleaning the stove with the pink stuff, the spray, the little paste, as well as the Dawn Power Wash and the Scrub Daddy brush, and it works really, really well. I was able to take little burners and everything off there to really get a deep clean as well. The stove, for whatever reason this time, just appeared extra dirty to me. I don't know if we did a whole bunch of extra cooking or baking. We may have this past week, but I did want to get it done. This took me quite a bit of time. Like I said, I was doing this when I could while my son was asleep. But for whatever reason, usually I find this kind of calming to clean like some of the bigger items just because I can channel my energy into it. And this day I just wasn't feeling it, but I did want to get it done. Let me know down below, do you have an item that usually, even though it's a pain in the butt to clean, it's calming because you can channel your energy into that? Or are you somebody, if you want to get something clean, you just get it cleaned, nothing calming about it? Let me know down below. So that was the finished product for the stove. So the other thing I like to do, obviously, is still wipe down the countertops and the backsplash. Like I said, that Wayman is working really, really well. I also just wanted to disclose, if you guys have made it this far, thank you. And I apologize if you're hearing some coughing or some noise in the background. My husband is sick while I'm recording this. He's also been sick for a couple of weeks. So the house definitely needed this deep clean, not only for spring, but just for disinfection purposes. Thankfully, I'm the only one who hasn't been sick. I mean, my voice and runny nose, yes, that comes with the territory for allergy season for me. But let me know how it is down below for you guys. Are you guys experiencing severe allergies? Is the pollen really bad in your area? I'm on the east coast of the US, so I mean, things are definitely starting to sprout and stuff like that, but the pollen hasn't been horrendous yet. But I feel like if you give it a week or so, you're just gonna start seeing the green on all the cars, and pretty much covering everything. So I'm happy to report I am still using that glass cleaner for the spray on. I think it works really well, but I'm going to be honest with you, I think the smell is really, really bad. I don't know, I find it very powerful. Maybe it's just me, because I know Windex, definitely people don't like that scent either, but I personally prefer Windex over the spray away clean. But that's just me, but it does a great job on the glass. I have no complaints so far. I'm still using the Mrs. Meyer's for the most part on the table or the coffee table to keep that a general clean and stuff like that. But I just enjoy those scents. But yeah, that spray away cleaner, not a fan of the scent. So you guys know one of the last things I like to do is give the kitchen a quick vacuum, and then usually I go ahead and mop it. And on this particular day, I mean, every week I have to vacuum anyways, but there was a lot of crumbs and different things like that. So I needed to give it a mop, quick mop too, because there was a lot of sticky stuff. So you guys can see me dancing and stuff with my son. He always likes to join in. But what a difference that made. But it felt so nice to just get the kitchen really deeply cleaned and get it ready for spring. Next up will be cleaning the very top of the cupboards and things like that. That usually I need a degreaser for. That's really difficult for me to film, but I'm somebody, I can attempt it if people want to see it. But what I will say, that's something I'm going to be doing probably in the next week or so, in addition to some of the light fixtures. All right, so we are moving on into the dining room. This was really, really dusty and it accumulated a lot of stuff. As you guys saw, I moved stuff off the table. This tends to be the holding area for a lot of our things, and then my husband does his work in here when he's doing his online program. So I'm trying to change that up a little bit. You guys are going to see later on in the video, I did take down the drapes. I honestly love how my house looks when I take down the drapes, vacuum to put them away to change it out for spring and summer. But yeah, just something that I enjoy doing, but it makes the house feel so much larger. It's really, really nice. So I wanted to add this clip in of me dusting and cleaning the chairs. If you're somebody who forgets about this, I mean, if you use your dining room or your kitchen chairs really often, you may have to put some elbow grease into that. These just tend to get dusty because my dining room, as much as I love it, we really only use it for special occasions or holidays. But if you don't dust those surrounding areas, the chair, the table, the light fixtures, it accumulates a lot of debris and stuff like that. So you just want to keep on top of that at least, once or twice a month if it's a room you don't use often, like a dining area or maybe the office. So the drapes or curtains, however you want to call it, are coming down for the winter time. Or for the spring, I should say. We usually put them up in late September or whenever the weather starts to get cooler for fall and winter. And those are insulated, so they're nice on those snowstorms. I can just kind of close them in addition to the windows, and it just keeps the heat in a little bit extra. But as we head into spring and summer, I just find them way too heavy, so I do like to remove it. And like I said, it makes the room look way larger, at least to me. And then I'm able to focus on, obviously, yes, the paintings, getting that done, but the blinds and dusting those. And then I'll probably give them a good wash with some warm soapy water, some Fabuloso added in the next couple of weeks, just to keep on top of it. Because it does accumulate a lot of dust. There's a lot of movement in and out of the rooms and stuff like that. So if that's something you don't do often, or if you're somebody who has their windows open a lot in the spring and summer, just remember to clean your blinds down, whether it's giving it a quick dust or a quick wipe down with some warm soapy water, at least once or twice a week. That would be my recommendation. That's what I tend to do, just to keep the pollen and the other things coming in from the outside off of your blinds. So one of the last things I like to do in the dining room is give it a quick dry mop, and then I'll usually vacuum up the spots that have a lot of like crumbs or debris and stuff on the floor. And then of course I just mop it. Now again, I'm not doing this super often. This room doesn't get used very often. So when I do clean it, it is a deeper clean, and then I make sure I focus on the floors to keep that tidy as well.
The pedestal. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. I'm going back to the table, I know they saving us for the stable friend of mine, 'cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, that's impressive.
Alright, so on to my son's play area. On this particular day, I didn't want to focus so much on cleaning the whole play area as much as I wanted to focus on disinfecting the toys. As I mentioned, my son's been really sick, and this is something I tend to do, or I used to do more often, was disinfecting the toys, and I kind of got away from it, but certainly since he's been sick, it's springtime, I want to give everything a good clean. It's not pictured in this clip, but there's a few toys that we decided to donate as well to somebody who would use them, because my son just doesn't play with them. The only time he plays with them is if he sees I'm moving them around or things like that. Then he'll kind of say, oh, hey, that's there, even though I have it out 24/7. So I do tend to donate those toys, or if they're broken, you know, throw them away, things like that. And just I usually focus on the toys developmentally that are good for him, yes, but also his favorites. I always keep them out or rotate them.
You messing with me? How much you messing with me? How much you messing with me? How much you messing with me?
So if this is not mom life, I don't know what is. So of course he saw me disinfecting the toys. He had to come sit with me, and everything I'm cleaning, he's playing with. So it is what it is. You know, he joined me on my little disinfecting journey. I'm not mad about that, but I absolutely adore my son. I love him dearly, but you know, when he sees me cleaning or messing with his area, naturally he wants to play with or, you know, see what I'm doing. But you know, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's his inquisitive nature. Love being a mom, love what I do, but next time I think I will wait for him to be sleeping if I really want to clean or disinfect the toys. I think it makes more sense. I attempted while he was busy in the kitchen, but that did not last very long, as you can see.
So that's impressive, how much I'm messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, that's impressive, how much I'm messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. I'm going back to the table, I know they saving us for the stable friend of mine, 'cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know. I don't know what I was thinking, let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much I'm messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, that's impressive, how much I'm
So one of the best pieces of advice I can give to you guys is break the rooms apart as much as you can. If you have, whether it's a small house, a large home, as I'm dusting my husband. No, but in all seriousness, break the tasks apart. So this particular play area in my living room took me a lot longer to clean because I broke it up into days of what I wanted to get done. So on this particular day, I was dusting everything, just to kind of get things a little bit more straightened out, just because we were going to have visitors and things like that. So I wanted things to at least be in place and dusted. And then on the next day, for example, I ended up, doing the glass cleaner, the windows, things like that. Break it apart into easy tasks, especially when you're spring cleaning. If you have a checklist, that's really good too. Break apart what you want to do in the rooms. If you have time to do an entire room, I mean, kudos to you. I remember when I was able to clean a whole house in like a day, maybe a day and a half, and now it just takes me a lot longer, and I mean, that's fine. I'm a mom, I'm a full-time registered nurse, for those of you who don't know that. So I'm working and I'm not perfect. I have to give myself grace. Yes, a clean home, disinfected home, is that important to me? Yes, clean and organized, absolutely. It's something that I enjoy doing, but it's not my entire life. I have other things I need to focus on, and I want to focus on between family and friends and going on adventures and making memory with my son. So remember that when you're trying to get it all done, it's okay if you don't. Give yourself some grace. Nobody's meant to be perfect, and you are enough. You are enough for your family, you are enough for your friends, and you are doing just fine.
Now I say your name without the pain behind it. I'm moved on now, I'm not trying to impress you anymore. Spending all this time trying to get you out my mind. Oh, it feels so good to take you off the pedestal. I don't know what I was thinking, let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much I'm messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, that's impressive, how much I'm messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. I'm going back to the table, I know they saving us for the stable friend of mine, 'cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know.
I was so happy to get this done. As you can see, under the couches was really gross and dusty. I mean, this doesn't reflect really as well as I would have liked to, but I got some major food and crumbs out of there. There was some like little hidden biscuits my son had under the couch that I vacuumed up. Then I went back the next day with a little dry mop and cleaned it up a little bit better. During April break, when I have time, when my son's not home, my husband's not home, I'm gonna move around the furniture and really give it a little bit of a deeper scrub. Like I said, I wanted to do my deep cleaning for sure, and I did, but there's some items that I have to focus on when nobody is home, and I'm okay with that because they're small tasks. It's nothing crazy, so I'm still able to focus on my gardening come April.
To see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're missing. Feelings in my heart, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're missing. Feelings in my heart. How much you're messing with me? 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 How much you're messing with me?
So as you guys can see, this is another day. Clearly I'm in a different outfit, different zone. My son is actually taking a nap during this time, and like I said, I wanted to focus on getting the drapes down. So dusting, cleaning the shades, washing the windows, getting the drapes down. They did end up being vacuumed. Typically, once I take them down for the winter, I'm saying to put the new ones on for spring, I do like to vacuum it and just put it away. I don't really run these through the wash just because I don't want to ruin them. If you guys have any suggestions down below, do you guys dry clean your things? Do you risk washing them or drying them? Or are you like me and just vacuum? So the last thing I end up doing for the living room, just because I vacuumed it the day prior, I'm just giving the floor a quick wash, just to get some of the sticky stuff off. There was some crumbs from muffins that my son, and that we occasionally eat in there on trays as well, that were stuck to the floor. So I really wanted to make sure I mopped that. And again, I went over to the play area. Mostly everything has been cleaned and disinfected at that point for his toys. And my husband does help me take down the drapes from those 2 windows back there, just to let in a little bit more light. And again, that's actually going to be replaced next month with a small valance, however you want to say it, and it just lightens and brightens the room. It's nothing heavy, it's a light blue, just to go with the spring and summer vibe. So as you guys can see, this was the biggest thing I was waiting for, was to really vacuum this room and get it done. So it's not on camera, but I tend to move the ruggable. It's just a pain in the butt, and like the way my camera's been acting up lately, I couldn't put it on camera, but we remove that, we vacuum under there, wash it, and then lay the ruggable back down. I've not yet washed it. I know it's technically, that's a thing, you can wash it. There's no stains on there though. I'm proud of my son, I'm proud of us. No stains, no major crumbs, no bugs. We're doing okay. But in all seriousness, this room needed to be done so badly. So I'm happy I got it done. It feels fresh, it feels clean. I, for one, am just, again, I usually do this over April break, but I am dying to get to that vacation. It has been a rough month for March. Our students at the school are doing MCAS, and it just feels like a long month because there's no breaks. April, we're heading into Good Friday, to Easter, right into April break, so it's extended. Plenty of time with my family and friends. I'll have time to get those little projects I wanted to do done, and hopefully if the weather cooperates, I'm praying it does, I'm able to get outside and do some gardening, just things to kind of put me in a better mental space, and just, you know, good vibes. Makes me happy. The spring and summer is coming, things that I love to do. Yeah, so hopefully it'll be a good time. I very much am looking forward to April. So moving on to the last segment of the first floor, it's really the hallway. There's not much in the hallway. There's a few pictures. I have that little table there that usually has some decorations. I do have to go shopping for some Easter ones. Even if not for this year, for next year. I have my little sign that says Hello Spring, and I'm able to trade those out. I got that off of Amazon for like $15 or something, and it's really, really nice. Something I'm definitely going to enjoy doing for the holidays. But really, I'm just giving everything a quick dust. And putting everything back, and then it's just vacuuming and washing the floors. So the hallway is always really, really easy for me. Again, as you guys can see, I still don't have my new door installed. I'm still waiting on that. It's been a lot of back and forth, but let me tell you, once it's installed, I'm not sure what big project we'll be focusing on next, but definitely nothing to do with doors, God willing. We're looking at doing a patio and walkway. We're focusing on building a shed for the backyard. Those are three of the main things that we're probably going to budget out for this summer to get done before we really start focusing on anything inside the house. For the most part, we're pretty happy with how things look. But I mean, over time, functionality, you know, things will change. I know that. When you guys bought your house, was there things you changed automatically, immediately? Or did you kind of just settle in and wait a few years before you're like, huh, I really want to move this around, or I really want to paint that? So the little half bath absolutely 100% needed to be done. So I'm happy I'm finally getting to this. This has been ignored now for about 2 weeks, and you can see the buildup, at least on the toilet seat, the floors. So definitely I went in with some Clorox wipes, and I'll probably hit this again in another couple of days just to stay on top of it. I'm going to try and bleach that top toilet seat cover just because I'm not loving how yellow it looks, and I don't know why. Whether it was something we used on there that turned it that color, but I do want to get it back to its original clean and shine. So hopefully I'm able to do that in the next couple of days. If you stayed with me to the end of the video, I hope you got some motivation to get some spring cleaning done, extreme cleaning, deep cleaning, whatever you need to focus on in your home, maybe, you know, even the garage, what have you. But I hope you got the motivation you needed. I hope you guys continue to stay well and be on the lookout for part 2 of my extreme deep clean. I will be doing the upstairs because that absolutely needs to be done. And hopefully by that point, I'll be ready for spring and summer. So I'll see you guys in my next video on Friday. Bye.